Hey guys, Jason coming at you, rocking a wonderful juice brought by a wonderful company known as Steadfast Juice Company out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and this is their Chino. Coffee flavor all the way. An everyday vape, an awesome vape. To help me kind of talk about this coffee flavor, making her YouTube debut is Molly.
Hi guys, what's going on? So, as Jason said, to talk about the coffee side, I've worked in the coffee industry for a number of years, and I can't even begin to tell you how amazing this juice is. I I am blown away by the flavors that I am getting out of this juice.
Now, what are you using this on?
I'm using this on a K-4 at a 1.3 ohm, and I'm rocking it about 13.8, 14 watts on a Hannah Clone. And I like kind of a cooler vape. I don't like a super hot vape, and I'm a tank girl. I've done the rebuildables. It's just not for me. And the Chino performs beautifully in a tank, especially in something like a K-4. Sometimes you lose the flavors that you get in the actual profile of a juice when you put it in a tank. However, this is not so in this tank at all.
Now, I'm rocking this on the Sigali 100 with a Patriot on there at 0.3 ohm. And this is at 50 watts. Now, what I get is I get more of the higher notes that come out in this juice, kind of like almost espresso in a Verona.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's the lovely thing about this is you're going to get really the complexity and the deep coffee flavors when you rock them at a higher wattage. At a lower wattage, I'm tasting something kind of like a Maui mocha. It's a reserve coffee. It's out of Maui, Hawaii, and they crop out about every 12 to 24 months. So we only get it in once a year, maybe once every other year. And the Maui mocha is an amazing coffee. It's got this caramelly and brown sugar kind of flavor. Not sweet, but you really just kind of get the hints of it. And it's got this kind of a dark cocoa finish to it, which I'm actually tasting in the Chino. And to be able to taste that complexity in an e-juice blows me away. It is by far my favorite coffee. And the fact that I can taste this in this coffee e-juice, I am not a coffee or a darker flavor e-juice girl. I like fruity flavors. But this, I have not been able to put down in the past 2 weeks since they've released it. I have rocked 2 bottles out of this in 2 weeks, and I don't vape nearly as often as Jason does. However, for me, that's a lot. And for me to be able to say I can't put a juice down is saying a lot.
Now, I've been rocking this as well for about 2 weeks. I've crushed about 2 30 ml bottles, and let me just say it is an all-day vape.
It is.
It's especially good right after dinner, right when I'm relaxing, getting ready to get in bed to go to sleep. It really is a nice, wonderful flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I get a nice, deep, rich coffee flavor, so I can kind of just mellow out with this.
Yep, and for someone like me who can't drink a lot of coffee, especially at night because I have to get up so early in the mornings, and I sometimes after dinner I do like a nice good cup of coffee. I get this from here. It has this lovely caramelly and vanilla kind of hint to it that kind of adds to the flavor of the actual coffee. So it hits the throat perfectly. It does not hit it. It's not going to knock you back, but it's going to be a very smooth throat hit.
Well, let's talk about that for a moment. Let's talk about vapor production. Let's talk about the throat hit. We've already spoken enough about the flavor, so let's go into some of the other things about this juice that makes it a wonderful vape for most people. Let's talk about that throat hit. You said it gives a very smooth throat hit, even at higher wattage. I don't get nearly the thump in the back of the throat from this juice.
Yeah, it's not going to knock me on my butt. And it's something that I can pull out and at any time of the day and take, a couple puffs on it, and it's going to get me through. And it's got this, sometimes with heavier juices that are not fruity, it's very, very heavy, and it kind of fills you up, kind of like a stout beer. This, however, has this lovely, lovely middle ground where it's an all-day vape, and you don't get tired of it. All you want to do is when you put it down, you're waiting till the next time that you can pick it up again.
Now, in talking about that, how do you think about the vapor production of this juice?
So the vapor production in the K-Fun 4 is phenomenal, at least for me.
Well, let's see that.
Okay, absolutely.
Look at that vapor production. It's actually really nice in a K-Fun 4. Let's see what it does on a dripper.
Yeah, the vapor production on a dripper, obviously, you're going to get, puffier clouds and everything else. But for someone who likes a tank and still likes clouds, I'm telling you, the K-Fun 4 does it. It's great.
Now, Steadfast is a local juice company here in North Carolina. They're right out of here in Raleigh. So if you're in the Raleigh area, where could you pick this juice up? Say you're on the south side of Raleigh.
So you can go over to Talon Vapor off of Avent Ferry, and the guys over there are amazing. They're great. They're knowledgeable. They're sweet as can be. When I first got my K-Fun 4, I was having some drippage issues where it was leaking a little bit, and I went in there after a week, and they broke it down, and were able to fix my problem, no problem at all, and they're top notch. They're absolutely top notch.
Now on the north side of Raleigh, where we're at, you can go over to the Puffing Monkey. Now the Puffing Monkey also has a shop in Cary, and they just did a grand opening on their Wake Forest shop, which is right up there off of South Main Street. So if you're in the Wake Forest area, you can go over there and pick up some Steadfast juice. Now, let's talk about Steadfast for a moment. They're local here in North Carolina.
They are, absolutely.
Well, what do you think of the company overall?
The company overall is top notch. I mean, RD is amazing, and his wife is so sweet, and they really like to be able to produce a quality juice that is affordable for everybody, which is part of the reason when you're on a budget, you need juice and you don't want to go back to cigarettes, you're able to get something like Steadfast, which is a quality juice, and has an amazing flavor profile. And I can't say enough good things about Steadfast and about their juice.
Well, they are. They really are amazing. They put out a wonderful product. They put out a wonderful juice. A juice that I just love to review. I reviewed the sugar cookie. I got a couple other reviews I'm about to do for them. But this is really one of the best reviews that I've ever done because it's a flavor I enjoy.
Right, absolutely. For someone, like I said, who doesn't, do a lot of e-juice that's not fruity, I can't, like I said, I just can't put this down. The vanilla and caramel that you're really kind of getting with this, mixed with almost like a cream exhale. It's a little bit on the cool side. Again, that's probably because I'm, vaping it at, 13, 14 watts. It really has this all-encompassing, it just reminds you of this being able to sit down and relaxing. And
so almost like going into a cafe, almost like a Caribou Coffee or a Starbucks, and sitting down, ordering something, and maybe listening to some mellow tunes while
yes.
while you have this out to vape.
Absolutely. This is a great after dinner. This is a great all-day vape. But especially for people who like coffee, you're going to love this juice. This is going to be something that's going to be an all-day vape.
But if you really, really, really want a coffee flavor, I would say that this is the best coffee flavor that I've had. I've had a couple of other e-juice coffee flavors, and Molly can tell you I've probably gagged a few times on different coffee flavors.
They tend to be a little bit on the stronger side. Even I can't handle it. And I've had some pretty awful coffee in my lifetime. But this espresso kind of Maui Mocha and Verona kind of flavor that you're really getting with it, it's going to really give you this lovely flavor, just this lovely, complex, sweet flavor that you can really get with a good cup of coffee. Starting vaping, and March will be 2 years smoke-free for us. So it'll be our vape anniversary, I guess. And everyone that we've come in contact with at both the Puppy Monkey and at Talon are hands down amazing.
So, as far as juice goes, this is a really awesome, rich flavor. This is a nice after dinner flavor. It's a nice all day flavor. It's just a really, really, really good flavor.
It's very well rounded.
Exactly. Thank you for taking the words that I needed.
You are more than welcome. And thank you for allowing me to come and help explain the amazing company.
By far, one of the ones that I actually like is Steadfast Juice Company. They really have just surprised me with the flavors that they have brought out. I got a couple other Steadfast Juice reviews coming up, and I may invite Molly because she loves those fruity flavors. So she might be rocking a couple more reviews as far as the Steadfast Juice Company is involved.
And it would be a pleasure to do so.
So we're going to leave you now with Steadfast Juice Chino. Really wonderful coffee flavor. You guys take care and remember, cigarettes are bad for you. Vaping is good for you. Go get you a mod and some Chino.
Have a great night, guys.